Hi, Dan Stein, President of FAIR, here in the FAIR studio, and I'm joined with Dale Wilcox, who is the Executive Director and General Counsel, Immigration Reform Law Institute. We're going to talk about a DACA amnesty in the offing. Donald Trump's been playing footsie with Democrats, Chuck and Nancy, and he had Chinese dinner recently, came out with egg foo young all over his face, apparently promising something, not quite sure what, but we're going to drill down and get to the bottom of it. Let's talk about it. Dale, where does that stand these days?
Well, that's a good question. It seems that Trump has recently tweeted that no chain migration, no amnesty if chain migration is attached to it. Well,
and
we know,
a wall, right? And winter wall, too.
That's right. And we know that Pelosi and Schumer have said that's a non-starter. So where the deal is, we don't know.
So, I mean, I have a negotiation where the Democrats say in advance, by the way, we're not going to agree to anything you want, but we're going to make sure you take everything we want. I mean, how do you get a deal out of that?
Certainly, this can't be part of the art of the deal that Trump is working on. I think part of this might be Pelosi and Schumer is trying to drive a wedge between Trump and his supporters, his base. They're coming out stating things that maybe are not necessarily true and stretching it. That might be part of their ploy. But one has to wonder what Trump is thinking. Why lay all your cards on the table?
Is Trump trying to punish Ryan and McConnell and basically say, you guys can't deliver, so I'm going to do this, try to whip the caucus into line?
I've heard that stated, but Ryan and McConnell themselves has said that the deal as reported is a non-starter for them. So
maybe this is an effort to get McConnell to change the so-called filibuster rule, you know, and get to a majority vote in the Senate.
That's possible. I've heard people throw around that, oh, Trump needs some kind of legislative victory, and maybe he's cozying up to Schumer and Pelosi, and this is going to be the sacrifice, the DACA amnesty.
Well, most of us had thought that Trump was going to drive a hard bargain to get his legislation that was the cornerstone of his campaign. Basically, about a year ago, he made a big speech, laid it all out. Some of it through executive order. He's done a lot, but then there's a lot of stuff needs to be done by legislation. How's he going to get any kind of votes from cooperation from Democrats if he gives away this story in advance, the one thing they really want? Multi-stage DACA amnesty, fast track to citizenship, and then mommy and daddy and all the relatives come in behind, plus a surge of illegal immigration alongside of that.
As reported, it makes no sense whatsoever. Why would he give away DACA? That's his best card to play.
So, I mean, what's IRLI's take on what ought to happen on DACA? What's the best approach?
We believe that DACA was an unconstitutional decree from President Obama. We believe it was right for Trump to end it, and the humanitarian thing to do was to phase out the work permits over time, let them make preparations to return to their home countries.
But you're amenable to some kind of deal. If the Democrats are really willing to work to give Trump the things he wanted, Interior Enforcement, E-Verify, the important RAISE Act, which would reduce immigration. The name is different in the House, by the way, the RAISE Act, but cuts immigration, skills-based, a merit-based system, help protect American workers. I mean, you guys are amenable. FAIR is amenable to talking about something if the Democrats deal in good faith, right?
Absolutely. We've been burned on amnesty before, the 96 amnesty, but we're willing to come to the table again. And if we get legal cuts and these other things you mentioned, we're willing to deal.
But right now, we don't see any evidence of that kind of cooperation.
That's true.
Right. Fool me once, right? Fool me twice. Shame on me, right? Thanks for joining us.